Hello again everyone, my name's Carbonated, and today we're going to be on the 1.2 patch PTR. It's actually the PTS for Star Wars The Old Republic. We're going to be looking at specifically the new UI customization. Now I've had a little bit of time to play with this, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably the most fantastic UI customization tool I've seen in any video game. I mean, WoW has nothing. I haven't even seen a mod in WoW that can do what this game can do. Alright, so there's basically two ways to open up the ability to mess with your interface. You can either hit escape and go to the interface editor, or your little symbol there will just open the quick UI. And what this one does is you can either choose between three sort of default settings. Like the default setting is obviously the regular setting. The retro setting is a little bit more like WoW. You know, action bars on the bottom, minimap on the top, that sort of thing. And then for the extended quick bars, that's your default plus all your quick bars out. Saves you the time when you start a new character of having to pop them all out and figure out how you want everything, and it saves you a lot of time. Now the cool thing to do is down here at the open interface editor. Now that is a lot of stuff on your screen. I mean, I didn't even realize honestly that there was that many things menu wise in this game, and that doesn't even begin to describe it. Okay, so the first thing you can do without selecting anything is there's your global scale, and you can adjust every single little thing down to either 0.4 ratio or up to 1.25. So you can adjust that however you like it. If you just don't want to mess with anything, you just want everything to be smaller. Now each individual box that it shows here on the screen, like the holocom, you know, party frame 3, let's see here, I mean even stuff like the social center, minimap, tooltips, you know, space combat missiles, everything can be grabbed and thrown all over the screen, however you want to do it. That's actually really neat, I think. Now let me just set this back to default real quick. Okay, so along with being able to move everything around, one really cool thing you can do, say you want to use the minimap. So you click on the minimap, and then you have this little menu right here where you can specifically just change the scale of the minimap, change the alpha on it, so if you want it to be less obvious, more obvious, you can completely disable the minimap. Or flip it vertically, and all it does is take everything from the top, puts it on the bottom. You know, and that's just the minimap. You can do stuff like, let's say here. So there's my player frame. Scale, just like anything else. Alpha, just like anything else. Could take it completely off if I want. Flip horizontally. That way my picture's on the right instead of left. That's always nice. You can take all your buffs and debuffs, flip them to the bottom. So say you wanted this on the top of your screen, the buffs could be in the bottom now so you could see them. And there's automatically a button now to show the information text. So your health, your percentage, everything is all there. You don't have to go back into your menu and dig through it. It's all right there. Now, I think one of the best things you can do with this is this little tab right here. Right now everything is selected, but what you can do is you can choose specific elements or colors, as they have them divided, to mess with. So like your conversation, that shows only the things that you would do, like so say you want your response wheel to be up in the top, can do. Conversation rewards, you want those over here? There they are. And then the actual conversation portraits here on the left. And that would be when you're rolling, when the game's doing the roll for you, when you're having a conversation like say in Black Talon. That's what those are. Alright, so then your main HUD obviously is dang near everything. Party specifically would eliminate any operations frames or war zone boxes that you don't want to deal with. Ops would be just ops. Easy enough. Space combat takes everything down, but see there's your space combat portrait on the bottom left. That'd be your ship, shows any of the enhancements you have to your ship, and then your combat missiles on the bottom right. Move those wherever you want. And obviously war zone, because you use everything, is going to be everything. Now any configuration you actually set up, you can go down here and save the current interface as the given name, and what it'll do is it'll just set a little quick save. So if you like a certain setup for war zones and you want it that way, you can change to a war zone, you know, adjust everything how you like it, save it as say war zone 1. Get into a war zone, click on the little plus on your menu bar, drop it down, boom, you can change your UI right away. Really fast, really easy. And allows you the use of multiple UI settings for different parts of the game, which I think is something WoW is completely lacking, and it's terribly fascinating. One other thing you can do, this is one I actually made real quickly, Just take everything away. There's nothing. You can disable anything on that menu. Can be disabled. So now you have a screen where there's absolutely nothing going on, and you are just running around. You know, this is perfect for machinimas or all the type of things you would like to do that involve that sort of, you need that kind of clear screen. Let's go back to the interface editor. Alright, so me, I think at first I'm going to start out with the retro, because I really like the retro. That screams a lot of WoW, and since I've been playing WoW for so long, this is one that's going to speak to me, and I think this is a good base to start from as far as customizing your UI. Now, one thing I did notice that I thought was a little bit interesting, so say your menu bar here. Buttons per row, so you can actually change your menu bar to a different style. You can actually change it down to where it's one button per row, and then you can stick it over here on the corner. So I mean, this addition essentially adds, you know, 5 UI mods from WoW together all in one. You know, because move anything would move a lot, but it wouldn't do everything. But this thing is, you know, bartender meets move anything. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And on top of that, let me show you this right here. So just like we did with the menu bar there, you can do the same thing with your quick bars. So not only can you scale them way down, I'm talking, look at that. Let me just go out real quick. I mean, quick bars get small. Look at that. You can barely even see that. That little thing. That's just nuts. But on top of that, let's get it back to a little bit more regular scale. So you can change the slots, just like with the other one. So it's just, so you can essentially take these bars and just have one random button on there, or change out the slots per row and then change the slots. You know, so you can make it, again, a big bar, or you can have just 2 little boxes on the bottom of your screen to help clear up your UI. It doesn't even matter, really. And you can take the background away to make it even less, which is fantastic, too. And all that really does is take the outline, the 3D effect, off of the quick bar. And, I mean, this sort of thing, everything works with it. So show effects on bottom, that's for the target frame, your focus frame, target of target. You know, any of your quick bars, even your mission tracker, you can mess with. You don't like the mission tracker? Shrink that thing down. You know, flip it vertically, see if you like it any better. Change the height. There's just, this is such a fantastic UI customization tool. Probably one of the more in-depth I've ever seen. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a little bit from it. So I'll see you in game.